Hello all and welcome to another Caffeinated Entertainment video. It's Art here with the first of a three-part series, this being the best books I've read in 2017. I figured I'd get these done before January elapses and January becomes February and we're already in the throes of 2018. I am not going to put a number of books that I'm going to put in these videos. This, like I said, it's the first of a three-parter. The first part is the one you're watching now, the best books I read. The second part will be the best video games I played, because I am a gamer, and gaming is a thing. And the third part, what's that I smell? That's where I'm going to roast the worst books that I read in 2017. I can hear them sizzling right now. That I can tell you will be up this coming Saturday. That will end the series. These videos will come up boom, ba-boom, ba-boom, one right after the other. Excuse me. I'm still dealing with that frog in the throat. And yes, if you're wondering, I did film my Small Booktuber Sunday video and this video on the same day. Yay me! Yeah, I had to, batch filming is the way to go with this channel. But without further ado, let's step out from behind the scenes and get back on topic with the best books I read in 2017. The first book that comes to mind, and I'm using my GoodReads page for this. My GoodReads link is always in the description down below. One of my favorite reads this year was It by Stephen King. I read this around Halloween. It was the perfect read because it scared the crap out of me. It was a long read. I listened and read it. I read it on my Kindle and listened to it in Audible, and it was a good read. Well, a great read, but a long, very long read. Now we're going to go with some surprise hits that I enjoyed this year. I Am Not a Serial Killer by Dan Wells is the first in the John Cleaver series. This book was recommended to me by a good friend of mine who happens to also work at my local bookstore. This book was amazing. I did not expect the twists and turns that went on throughout the book, and Dan Wells is a very, very descriptive writer. Another great book that I read was Leviathan Wakes by the duo that is James S. A. Corey. This is the first book in the Expanse series. I read, I believe, 3 or 4 books total in the Expanse series this year. It was quite a few. But, yeah, I really, really did enjoy that book very much. It's an epic space saga. If you haven't read it, you need to read it. It's amazing. The next book I want to shout out and give rewards to is Plum Island. Well, really the whole Nelson DeMille John Corey series that I've read so far this year. Plum Island, The Lion's Game, and The Bookcase. Great, great reads. Very funny. Written like we speak. Written in spoken language that I find amazing. Another great read is Anansi Boys. Anansi Boys, Anansi Boys by Neil Gaiman. I don't know how exactly to say that, but I enjoyed that book very, very much. The Collapsing Empire by John Scalzi. After he finished with the Old Man's War, at least I think he's finished with the Old Man's War, he started a new series. And it's amazing. It's the Interdependency Book 1. I hope we get Book 2 relatively soon. I lost my balance. I'm leaving that in. That was funny. The Late Show was a book that surprised the hell out of me by Michael Connelly. It's his first book in the Renee Ballard series. Hopefully we get more. He's most famously known for Harry Bosch. I love Bosch to death. But Renee Ballard, it's always nice to read a book with a strong protagonist who isn't your prototypical male archetype. Another book I want to shout out is We'll Save the Galaxy for Food by Ben Yancey Croshaw. I read that this year. It's hilarious. It's a 5-star read. It had me cracking up. And it's hard for books to get me to laugh, but it had me cracking up at points to where my ribs were even sore. But it's a great read, a funny read, and if you haven't checked it out, check it out. The Agatha Christie series is another good series. I read several books in that series this year. The Dogs of Riga. The Kurt Wallander series is another good series I read this year. And I'd be remiss to say Artemis. I enjoy Artemis. Some people poo-poo Artemis. They didn't like it for their own reasons. That's fine. I enjoyed the crap out of it. I did think that Jazz was a bit teenage angsty whiny. And I found it a little bit weird that Andy Weir was writing about somebody of racial and ethnic diversity, I guess would be the best way to put it. But I think, for me, he did a good job. For me, he did a fine job. Maybe not for some, but for me, he did. I'll leave a link in the description to that video. You can give it a watch if you want. Matter of fact, the last book I want to mention is, of course, my beloved Walt Longmire series, The Western Star, the latest book in the Craig Johnson series. It came out September 5th. I read it in the month of September. It's amazing. I love this series. I said oftentimes before, the Walt Longmire book series is like meeting with old friends, having a cup of coffee outside, and putting on your favorite pair of jeans, sweatpants, or what have you, and just catching up with old friends. So, that's a glimpse of some of the books I liked. Sorry, it's not a top 10 list or anything, but I didn't feel like ranking them, because I feel like ranking them puts one over the other. And I gave all these books I mentioned to you 5 stars on GoodReads this year. And I am not about to part and parcel, well, this is a better 5-star than that 5-star. But if you want to see more, if you want to see part 2 and part 3 of this series, please like, comment, and of course subscribe. Click the notification button to be notified when I post a video. I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Central, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what that is in your time zone, but just punch in one of those in the Google and they will tell you the time zone reference of your area. Welcome to all new subscribers. I've had a few in the past few weeks, and potentially maybe Small Booktuber Sunday. I'm filming this beforehand. May gain me some more, or this may gain me some more. You never know. But if you like the content, please comment down below. We can start a discussion. Leave your favorite books of 2017 in the comments down below, and we can start a polite discussion. BookTube is a very welcoming community, so I'd like to continue the welcoming. And until next time, till Wednesday, with the best video games of the year. Those I probably will rank. I don't know yet. But until next time, happy reading. I'll see you again very, very soon. And peace.